ये 3 नदियों का पानी, उसमें जो हिंदुस्तान के हक का पानी है, बूंद बूंद पानी रोक करके मैं पंजाब के, जम्मू कश्मीर के, हिंदुस्तान के किसानों के लिए वो पानी लाने के लिए कृतसंकल्प हूं। पाकिस्तान यहां से दूर नहीं है। सीमा पर रहने वाले, सीमा पार से होने वाले जुल्म सहते रहते हैं। सेना के जवान सीने में दम हो, हाथ में हथियार हो, उसके बावजूद भी अपने पराक्रम नहीं दिखा पाते। और अब पाकिस्तान ने देख लिया है भारत की सेना में दम कितना है, हमारे फौजियों की ताकत कितनी है, अब परिचय करवा दिया है। भाइयों बहनों, इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी, सतलज, बियास, रवि, ये 3 नदियों का पानी, उसमें जो हिंदुस्तान के हक का पानी है, ये मेरे किसान भाइयों के हक का पानी है। वो पानी आपके खेत में नहीं आ रहा, पाकिस्तान के माध्यम से समुद्र में बह जाता है। न पाकिस्तान उसका उपयोग करता है, न हिंदुस्तान के किसान के नसीब आता है। मैं एक बड़ी मक्कमता के साथ आगे बढ़ रहा हूं। मैंने एक टास्क फोर्स बनाया है। ये इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी जो है, जिसमें हिंदुस्तान के हक का पानी है, जो पाकिस्तान में बह जाता है, अब वो बूंद बूंद पानी रोक करके मैं पंजाब के, जम्मू कश्मीर के, हिंदुस्तान के किसानों के लिए वो पानी लाने के लिए कृतसंकल्प हूं।
The Indo-Pak Indus Waters Treaty was finalized in the year 1960. And as a result of that treaty, there was an understanding between the two countries, India and Pakistan. They would be sharing 3 of the rivers each. Yes. Whereas Jhelum, Chenab and Indus water went to the Pakistan share. Ravi, Satluj and Vyas was India's share. And this was a very solemn understanding. Time and again, Pakistan has sought to raise some of the other controversy. Now, the latest issue is that of the 2 dams, 2 projects which are coming up in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, one of them incidentally in my own Lok Sabha constituency, in the place called Kishtwar. Now, this is a project called Ratle project, for example, it had been stalled for almost a decade by the earlier government, by the UPA government. So after tremendous effort, it was revived, and now it's been undertaken as a joint venture between the centre and the UT government. On the other hand, you have the Kishan Ganga project. Now, Pakistan is trying to put out the case as if it is a violation of the Indus Waters Treaty, which is not so, because the Indus Waters Treaty gives you right over the water share, but it does not prevent the other country from using from any activity which is non-consumative, in the sense that we should not consume water. Yeah. So merely constructing of that project is not going to consume the water of these rivers. Government led by Prime Minister Modi has always been very decisive in whatever it decides, in whatever initiative it takes. And at the same time, every decision is taken with a lot of diligence and homework and spade work. So these projects were also conceived, planned, keeping all the conditions of the Indus Waters Treaty in mind, and there is no violation at all.
Well, this is indeed the first time, but I must say that it's a very good thing that the Government of India has done. Rather, I would say it is long overdue, because while India has been very sincere in the implementation of the Indus Waters Treaty signed, 60 years ago. But from Pakistan's side, they have been very dilatory, very absolutely delaying and not allowing India to avail of its rights under the Indus Waters Treaty for the three eastern rivers, the Bias and the Satluj and the Ravi. And specifically in this case, what the notice is about is that for two hydroelectric power projects in J&K, this is the Kishan Ganga project and the Ratle hydroelectric power project, for 5 years, Pakistan has not been allowing India to go ahead with the construction of these projects and raising one kind of technical objection after another, even on the design and so on. And then there was a decision that, okay, we can have a neutral expert. But then Pakistan, in addition to having a neutral expert, also wanted a court of arbitration. Now, that's not allowed under the treaty. You can't have two resorts under one point that you have.
Pakistan has been certainly less than sincere in implementing the Indus Water Treaty, because there is a dispute settlement mechanism under the Indus Water Treaty, under which, if there is a difference of opinion about any particular project, you see, this relates to what are called the three western rivers arising from the Indus. The rivers are Indus, Chenab and Jhelum. So when India is doing any, let's say, basically they are called run of the water projects, that they don't take away the water. It is just that they use it, what is called non-consumptive use of water. So in this, Pakistan raising rather, I would say, as I said, not helpful. They're meant to be sharing in the spirit of cooperation, but what they have actually done is, under the dispute settlement mechanism under the Indus Water Treaty, first the two commissioners on both sides, they actually meet and discuss if there are any issues between them. Thereafter, if they realize that there is some problem, then the first step for that is that they approach the World Bank for appointing a neutral expert.
What I'll say is, let's go back to the year 1960 when this treaty was signed. It is a common knowledge that India went out of the way. They were much too generous as per the treaty to allow so much of water to them, even though on technical and on other ground there was no justification in it. But India did it out of goodwill because they wanted to promote good relationship. It's only 13 years after the independence. So we thought, okay, let's start with it. But they have not actually gone by the spirit of that treaty. They are now changing the terms of the treaty. How they have done it? They have gone and asked for arbitration and kind of an award being given by an independent body. This is not provided under the treaty which was signed in 1960.